There are 6 common traits that I see new agents that are absolutely crushing it at the gate all have. And these are the same 6 traits that all the agents that are struggling to build momentum and even fail and become one of the statistics of the 87% that don't make it in this industry don't have. So what I want to make sure is that you don't become one of those statistics. I want to see you win. So many people get into real estate with excitement and passion, and you're ready to change not just your life, but other people's lives, your family's lives. And I want to make sure that you actually do that. So what I'm going to do is break down the 6 expectations you need to have of yourself if you want to build massive momentum and crush it in your first year of real estate. What's up, guys? My name is Mike Sharp with eXp Realty. I train thousands of agents every year to skyrocket their business the modern way with social media, but I've had hundreds of new agents partner with me, and I look very closely at the commonalities amongst the ones that are winning and then the ones that are struggling, and it's very easy to see when you start breaking it down. So that's what I'm going to do here in terms of expectations, because a lot of people have mismanaged and just completely false expectations when getting into real estate, thinking seemingly like listings are falling out of the sky out of nowhere and they're just gonna have business funneling to them because they got the real estate license. So I want to make sure you're properly managing your expectations and know what you need to do in order to build a thriving business in your first year. Number 1, you need to learn new skills. A lot of people unfortunately stop learning in high school or post-secondary, college, university, wherever they stop with education because of the fact that there's no repercussions if you stop learning after that in most cases. So for example, if you stop learning in high school and you don't learn the math strategies for the upcoming test, well, you're gonna fail and you have to go do it again. But in the real world, if you don't learn a certain skill, well, the repercussion is delayed. It's not immediate. You just become broke in 6-12 months. You don't feel that pain today. So what I see a lot of new agents doing that are winning is that they're coming in and saying, hey, I know video is essential. It's important right now. It's what we need to do in order to get clients, and is very relevant. Well, I'm gonna learn how to get comfortable in front of the camera and how to optimize my videos and how to put them out. Or I know I need to learn how to generate my own leads, because if you're just getting leads given to you, you're essentially an employee, not an entrepreneur. But if you know that you need to learn how to get clients, well, learn how to run Facebook ads, learn how to run Google ads, learn how to run TikTok ads, or whatever, but you need to learn new skill sets. And a lot of people that are not thriving are staying reluctant to learn anything new and saying, hey, I know what I'm good at, what I'm not good at, and I'm just going to continue to do what I'm good at. But the only issue is that what you're good at is clearly not good, because you would have deals otherwise. The second thing is, this sounds obvious, but it's very true, and not many people really embody this, which is you need to make sacrifices. There's going to be times in your first year where it's a sunny evening and all your friends want to go out to the patio for a beer. You can't go. There's going to be times where your buddies want to go out to golf. Don't go. There's going to be times where there's little getaways, little trips. If you want to win in your first year, do not go. And a lot of people are going to say, Mike, that's harsh, there's balance. If you want to build momentum in your first year, there is no balance. There's no days off, there's no time off, there's no fun, there's no vacations. You need to commit to building the foundation. So the way that you need to look at this is do the things that suck as quickly as possible so that you can do the things that are fun for as long as possible, right? It's the delayed gratification approach, which is earning your stripes, building the foundation that you can scale off of. So instead of saying, hey, how can I incorporate all of this little stuff right now, say, how can I just buckle down for my first year, build massive momentum, and then I can start to introduce this stuff once I have streamlined processes and business that's coming to me consistently. The third thing, consistency and delayed gratification is essential. A lot of agents ask the question, how long is it going to take for me to get my first deal? If you ask that question, then you are probably not going to get your first deal for a very long time. So what others have done has zero impact on you. If it took me, which it did, my first night door knocking to get 2 listings at $700,000 a piece, well, that doesn't mean you're going to do it. That doesn't mean you should expect to do it, right? Most agents are going to get their first deal in the first 3 to 6 months. I know agents that took longer than that, but then went on to become top producers and team leaders. I know people that did it earlier than that and then went broke. So what others have done means nothing. You have to be consistent with the right activity. So the consistency is essential. If you're going to cold call, do it every single day. If you're going to door knock, do it every day. If you're going to put up videos, put them out workout every week. But what you'll see is that people have proven to be successful in real estate doing everything. I do it with videos and social media. Others do it with cold calling, others with knocking, others with Sphere, with database, networking events, sports connections. There's a million ways to slice and dice this, but the one commonality amongst all of them is the ones that are winning are hyper consistent with that activity, not doing it for 3 months and saying, hey, this isn't it for me, I'm going to try something else. Another 3 months. No, not for me either. Something else. That is a trait that I see amongst all the people that are struggling in their first year, is that they're always chasing the next shiny penny, not committing to a proven process for an extended period of time, embracing the delayed gratification, knowing that if you commit to something for a long period of time and consistently improve over that period, then you will always be able to become successful with that activity. Number 4, personal development is essential. The number one reason why people don't succeed in real estate is because of mindset. It's not because of budget. It's not because of experience. It's not because of connections. It is because of mindset. So what you need to do is be constantly working on that. Work on your emotion management, work on your self-esteem, work on your limiting beliefs, work on your fears, start reading books, attending seminars, watching YouTube videos, learning from coaches and other people in order to get outside of your own head and start to become a stronger individual. This is a self-development path, and you want to make sure that you're always improving as you start to go through this journey, because it's going to get tough. It's going to be difficult, and it's not a walk in the park. So you need to be working on yourself mentally to build up mental fortitude and grit in order to make sure that you can actually withstand some of the tough times that are inevitable in any entrepreneurial journey. So working on personal development and mindset is 100% essential. Number 5, self-accountability and discipline is essential for success. Self-accountability, not accountability partners, self-accountability. And the reason being is nobody should want you to hit your goals more than yourself. And if that's the case, if you need an accountability partner, then that's saying that your goals are not important enough to you for you to want to go out, wake up every single day and go out and hit them, right? So you really want to make sure that you're self-accountable and that you've created short-term, mid-term, long-term, lifetime, and afterlife goals in order to actually build a vision board and know what you're working towards and know what you're trying to do in this industry. And if you want to know how to set up your business plan, just drop a comment below and I've got a full video on how to do that. So I'll send it to you. But it's really important to understand that the discipline is what counts, because a lot of people will put all this cool stuff into their calendar, or they'll leverage what I use, which is like my daily power list and the activities I need to do every single day. And what they will do is they'll write out prospecting for 3 hours on their calendar and recording videos, and they just treat it all as negotiable. They don't do it. The coffee comes up with a freaking lender, and then they go have the coffee instead of recording the videos. Or they go meet up with a friend for a coffee instead of prospecting for 3 hours. So you need to treat your calendar as a non-negotiable, and you need to fill your calendar with income producing activities that will move the needle of your business, right? So the discipline and actually sticking to the things that you know you need to do are imperative, because we all know what we need to do in order to thrive in real estate. The only issue is most people aren't doing it. And number 6, one of the most important ones, is do not compare your situation to anybody else. Comparison is the death of joy, and it distracts you from doing what you need to do and what you know you need to do by focusing on what other people are doing. This is why I don't follow realtors outside of my group at EXP. And if I do, it's just because they're very close friends. But I don't follow other realtors in my city. I don't care what listings they have. I don't care what they sold. I don't care what they're doing at all. I care what I'm doing, because I know if I get 1% better every single day, I will become unstoppable. The same thing goes for you. If you focus on getting better every day, then you will become unstoppable. But the issue I constantly see, even like using video for an example, I see people that have never put out a video in their life comparing their self with my content. Well, you're comparing your chapter 1 to my chapter 20. I've put out hundreds of long form and thousands of short form videos. You can't do that. The same thing goes with production. A lot of times, and I fell victim to this in the beginning, is I was looking at all these other agents that were crushing deals every single week and luxury listings and all this cool stuff. Well, they were 15 years into the business. I was like 15 days. but I was comparing their chapter 20 to my chapter 1. So the only thing you should be comparing yourself with is you yesterday, last month, last week, last year, not other agents in your market. So those are the 6 traits that all the agents that I see in their first year that are crushing it are embracing, and all of the ones that are struggling are not. So if you have any other questions, drop a comment below. Otherwise, thanks so much for tuning in, and I can't wait to see you in the next video.